here I'm doing a voiceover with these banana chocolate chip muffins. I wrote down the recipe right there. It's blurry though. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see that. My bad. Okay, we're going to start out with some 1.5 cups all-purpose flour, unbleached. Always nice to have. Then we have 2/3 a cup of sugar, granulated sugar that is. Next up, we have 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Had that in one container. 2 large ripe bananas or 3 medium bananas mashed. 1 large egg. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. 1/4 cup of milk. 1 cup semi-sweet chocolate chips. Oh yeah, and then the 1 cup of butter melted, unsalted butter melted, or 1/2 cup, excuse me, which is 1 stick. So let's get started. You want to preheat your oven to 425, by the way, and melt your butter. So we're going to add the sugar. We're going to add the baking powder and the salt. In goes, what are we putting next? The vanilla. Next up, we're adding the egg in. The milk goes in now. There goes the banana. Yummy banana. And I just smashed that banana with a fork. Made it super simple and easy. Next goes in the butter. Oh yes, made sure and got all the little bits of butter. And then you just want to mix that with a whisk. It's okay to leave chunks of banana in the batter. Totally acceptable. It doesn't have to be smooth at all. So I'm just going to be mixing the batter. Let me know in the comment section below if you have ever had banana chocolate chip muffins before. And if you have not had banana chocolate chip muffins before, let me know if you think that it is something that you would enjoy having. Like if it sounds like something that's up your alley. Do you like chocolate chips? Do you like bananas? Are you a fan of muffins? Well, if so, then this may be exactly what you need in your life. But yeah, just continue to mix. And that looks pretty mixed to me at this point. So I am ready to start adding in the flour. And also going to be adding in the chocolate chips. And we want to stir it with a wooden spoon so we just kind of don't over whisk it. We want to just kind of mix it and blend it all together. I'm just adding the flour a little bit at a time just to make it blend a little bit easier. And so that way we don't wind up with a ton of flour just sticking to the side or the bottom of the pan. And then I'm like, fuck it. Let's just put it all in. So we still managed to do okay. I think it's because I put it more towards the center and then kind of just worked out from the edges. And then of course, as you see, I'm getting it along the sides some, but with the wooden spoon, it makes it really easy to scrape. As you can also see that the liquid is getting more of a doughy texture to it with that flour, which is lovely. And you could, of course, add chopped walnuts to this if you so chose. I decided not to add any nuts to this just because Jay is not a huge fan of nuts, so I wanted to keep it pretty simple, and I did need to use those last two bananas that we had. So that worked out quite well, I must say so myself. You want to mix it till it's just combined so you don't overmix. Now I'm adding in the chocolate chips. But yeah, again, you don't want to overmix, so you just want to kind of blend until they're combined well. And as you see, I'm trying to be gentle with my mixing here. I'm not trying to get cray-cray. Just keeping it simple, keeping things mixed really, really simply and easily. I forgot to already have out my muffin tin, but I have it now. So what you want to do with your muffin tin is you want to spray the tin with a nonstick spray, or you can use liners, which I don't know, I personally prefer liners. I feel like it helps keep the bottom of the muffin moist longer than if it doesn't have the little cup holders. So you'll see me now adding the little cup holders, and I do 2 per one. I thought about doing 1 per one, but I was like, nah, let's go ahead and do 2, because that way we've got a little bit of double protection. It doesn't hurt to be double covered. The oven, as I said before, is preheated to 425 at this time, and thankfully this worked out perfect. It actually made 12, I believe it was 12 muffins, so that was a good thing, because I think we only have now like 6 left. We've already gone through half of them. They're so delicious. Oh, I'm making a mess though, making a huge ass mess. I tell you, baking is a messy deal. It's messy indeed. But all right, here we go. Scooping more muffin mix into the little cute little containers, the little cup sleeves. I wasn't sure exactly how much to scoop in. Next time I do this, I think I'm actually going to use a muffin scooper, or like ice cream scooper, or a measuring cup or something, and do it that way, just so I can make sure and have each one turn out exactly the same as the others. They did turn out really well, and I was very happy, but they weren't exactly all uniform looking the exact same, which I would prefer if they had more of a uniform look to them. But they still turned out quite lovely. I was very, very pleased by that. So, really good for like a snack item, also really good for like a breakfast item. If you don't like chocolate chips, you could always replace the chocolate chips with something like a raisin or a dried cranberry, or any actual kind of dried fruit that you want. You could turn it into almost a fruitcake style. The banana gives it quite a nice creaminess and deliciousness. So I was pretty happy to have that banana flavor come through on those. But as far as the other thing, if you're not into chocolate chips, or maybe you prefer white chocolate, you could use white chocolate chips, you could use peanut butter chips, really whatever. And actually the peanut butter chips would be really good. Now that I'm thinking about it, I may have to try that in the next batch. Because banana and peanut butter, ooh, they would be like Elvis muffins, banana and peanut butter. Yeah, Elvis muffins. I think that may have to happen in the future. But yeah, as you see, I'm just getting this last little bit filled in those cutesy cup holders. And after that, you're going to see me add exactly 10 chocolate chips. Yes, 10 chocolate chips on the top of each muffin. I know that seems like an absurd amount, but surprisingly, it wasn't. It wasn't. I was so excited because it smelled so good. They're looking nice. I was being a proud little baker. All right. It's in my sweet chocolate chips. And like I said, I counted out 10 per top. And I know it seems like a lot, but trust me, it's the perfect amount. It really, really worked well. I was happily surprised that it wasn't overkill with the chocolate chips. But again, you could do a banana nut muffin by replacing the chocolate chips with nuts. Um, you could do cranberries. You could do, or dried cranberries. You could do raisins. You could do just about any kind of thing you can imagine. Hell, you could even do a probably even like a dried mango one. That could be really good. Mango and banana. And then you could even garnish it with a little bit of dried pineapple. Get an entire kind of pina colada feel in the house. I may have to play around with some muffins and see what kind of incredible creations I can make, because yeah, I've got some ideas. I certainly have some major ideas for these. And this is taking a little bit of time, I know, but it's because I'm counting out the chocolate chips to make sure that I get 10 per one. I want to really like do this right, make it good. As you see here, I still have some batter in the bowl, so I think this wound up making, I think it made 16. Yeah, I think there were 4 more in there, so I think it made a total of 16 muffins, which is really quite a good thing. Dropped a chocolate chip, goes in the trash. Don't want the Wawa to get it. Let's see here. Now these muffins, the bake time is different than what I was expecting. You bake these at 425 for 5 minutes, only 5 minutes. Then after 5 minutes, you're going to lower your temperature to 350. And boom, here they are. And when you lower your temperature to 350, you bake for 20 minutes, by the way, until the toothpick or knife comes out clean from the center. You're going to want to let those cool. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.